Enjoy the gift of high-speed entertainment with extreme internet. Unwrapped speeds from 60 meg up to...
The step by step. Like 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 the step by step. Shouldn't leave you alone. Like the step by step. Like the step by step. Like the step by step. Shouldn't leave you alone.
And we are green. Evenly start inside line with the edge.
Mark Jackson just slower than Wesley Holland.
Drivers around the corners as long as they hit their...
Max off lid. Race number one.
Over the Top Designs is one of the premier paint shops in all of iRacing. Do you need a special paint scheme for a new season, series, league, or special event? Well, Over the Top can take your design, your idea, your imagination, and create or recreate it into an eye-popping, one-of-a-kind special paint scheme. While we're speaking of one-of-a-kind, Over the Top offers the ability to capture that special moment, paint scheme, or accomplishment in iRacing by creating it into a custom die-cast. Over the Top also offers custom logos, banners, and even hero cards. So go see John and the crew at Over the Top Design for all your needs. You can check them out on Facebook at Over the Top Designs. And remember, don't just look good, look over the top. Good evening, race fans. Welcome to another edition of the Loose Lug Nuts Racing Series Truck Series here at New Hampshire. Got a pre-show that we're going to put on and brought to you by Extreme Sim TV. I'll take a look at some of the drivers out there tonight, some of the drivers to look out for, and we'll talk about last week's race a little bit. Last week we had the return of Mr. Keith Haney. He came in second place at Auto Club. Scott Patton was your winner. Michael Jeans finished third. Jeffrey Merck fourth. And Justin Michael rounded out your top five. Points leader as of now is Scott Patton. Justin Michael in second. Ken Richardson third. Michael Jeans fourth. And Judd Danielson fifth. So very competitive. Very competitive points going on and racing going on as we watch these guys going around here doing practice. We currently have 33 drivers listed for the field tonight. Not sure that they will all make it, but they are nonetheless they are here. So yeah, 33 trucks on the paperclip. Well, not the paperclip, but a very similar paperclip. New Hampshire Speedway, I believe, here in Loudon. Should be a good night of racing. I'm seeing some interesting names out there. Seeing Bob Eldred, actually. Bob Eldred hasn't been with us for quite some time, but he'll be back tonight. Seeing Garrett Potts back as well. And a few new names like Michael Adamson. Robert McFarland is back. Going through the list here, trying to find who else might be newer or returning. I think that may be it. Plus, we have a few new additions for the last few races, or past races, whatever. Anyways, yeah, so should be interesting. While we're waiting here, I forgot to change some of my logos. Do apologize for that to our sponsors. Like sometimes get in a little bit of a hurry doing this stuff and I forget to change things over, but take a moment here and get everything correct as it should be. There we go. Got the caution cam ready just in case we do have a caution tonight. Hopefully we don't. Got our big man, or little man, big fan in the background watching the TV. Likes watching the race cars, but he does get a little excited, and I hope you guys can deal with that. Got about 7 minutes to go in practice here. We're going to go ahead and talk with a couple of drivers. Tonight, if we can. I'm going to see about that man right there, Scott Patton. We're going to see if he's available for a quick interview. bring him up and talk with him. The driver of the number 46 truck out there. We're trying to get some practice in right now. Scott Patton, you got a copy? Well, we got a little time here pre-race. Figured we'd take a chance and see if you had a moment to talk to us real quick.
Yeah, sure. See if it speeds up my lap at all. What do you got?
Well, know that we've got something a little bit special every year in Loose Lug Nuts. Usually it's our special events, but we got something a little special coming up on Saturday night in the Xfinity Series, and wondered if you might be willing to share that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that's been in the works for a few weeks now, actually over a month, I would say. So we carry the Northeast Motorsports Museum a little bit of the truck and the cars all season here at Loose Lug Nuts. And long story short, I do some voluntary photography work for the museum, which is Mr. Dick Berggren's project up there at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So as kind of a return of favor, I had this thought of, hey, I wonder how he would feel about getting back on the microphone for a broadcast. So I sent him an email, and he was more than happy to participate. So this is the weekend. Tomorrow night, he's going to be stopping by the broadcast and pitching in a little bit and seeing if he's got the what he had back in his heyday. So it should be a lot of fun. He'll be behind the mic for everybody, and looking forward to it.
All right, well, there you go, folks. We're going to have Dick Berggren here joining us here at Loose Lug Nuts. Pretty cool. We've got Hermie Sadler and Elliott Sadler that have raced with us. We got special events. Now we got a special broadcaster going to join us on Saturday night, so please check that out. That will be over on Max Speed TV with Joshua Medlock, but wanted to give a shout out to Scott Patton. He's going to make that happen for us, so thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. And while we have you in the booth, wanted to talk real quick. You are leading the Truck Series standings here. You got a pretty healthy lead over second place. You got a 344 points. Second place has 293 points. You're racking up the most bonus points so far out of anybody this year. Look to be having a great season here in the trucks. How do you feel about New Hampshire?
Yeah, this one is our home track, so this one's been one that's been circled on the schedule pretty much all year. So looking forward to a strong finish, hopefully here today if everything goes our way. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, just something kind of clicks with these trucks. I like them. Competition is good and just super comfortable, and so luckily the points have turned out. Got a couple of wins on our belts and hoping to add to that list.
Alrighty, and with four wins in the season, he leads that count. We're going to let you go get your practice laps in here so you can get your qualifying in and have a great night of racing.
All right, appreciate it, Ron. You guys enjoy it too. Everybody watching out there, enjoy it and have fun.
All right, that was the number 46 of Scott Patton driving in the team of Bandit Motorsports. We'll see if we can possibly grab somebody I like to talk to. Haven't seen him in a while. We'll see if we can get him. See if Bob Eldred's on the radio. You got a copy, sir?
I got you, bud. How are you?
Oh, there he is. How about that? The man we call Tomato. Bob Eldred back here. Haven't seen you in quite some time, but nice to see you back here. New Hampshire. Is it going to be one of those tracks that's good for you and going to treat you well?
Man, I've always loved New Hampshire. I've actually run here a couple times in real life in a late model, and I've always loved this track. The new tire model is really, really confusing me. These things actually stick to the ground really well, so we'll see how it goes. It's not something I've been comfortable driving, and I don't know. We'll see.
We'll copy that. Thanks for coming back and racing with us. We got quite the car count or truck count tonight. We're at 33, climbing to 34. Not sure if everybody will take the green flag, but it's going to be a pretty stacked field out there tonight. You're currently fourth fastest in practice. Do you feel like you'll be that fast? Do you think you'll be fast in the race, or do you feel like some of these guys might get a little faster?
I feel like like I'll be fast in the race. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to anybody else and their tire fall off. I kind of know what mine is. It's not falling off quite as much as I expected it to. So I don't know. First run will probably be running pretty hard on the tires, see how much they fall off, and then kind of play it by ear. But I think we'll be pretty fast. I mean, top 10-ish.
Alrighty, well, good luck out there tonight in that number 38 machine. Nice talking to you again.
Thanks a lot, man. Have a good night.
That was Bob Eldred. Pretty interesting to see him. All right. Got about a minute left in practice. Man, a lot of trucks tonight. 34 trucks. Let's go ahead and bring up our admin for the night. Our in-race admin. Well, that'll be the number 60 of Jeffrey Merck. He usually does make a quick pit stop in real life before the race starts, so I'm not sure if he's going to be back or not. But Jeffrey, you got a copy?
I do, Mr. Klein. What's up?
All right. Well, I just kind of pulled you up here. We got 34 trucks here tonight. Going to be quite an interesting race. You're going to have to try to control these guys. And I'll try to communicate with you the best that I can tonight, but wanted to get your take on how you think things are going to go tonight.
Well, these new setups seem to handle pretty good. I mean, as long as you don't get too crazy with the brakes. I've ran a couple laps and they're just pretty steady. If you get on the throttle too early, she'll slide around on you. So we'll let the guys know to police themselves. If they think they're at fault, call it out and take their penalty.
We'll copy that. Yep, if I see anything, I will definitely let you know. And other than that, yeah, 34 trucks. So good luck tonight. Make sure they all know the field is that big, and have a good time. Go after it. Go get you a qualifying spot.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to get up front. That's for sure.
Alrighty. Well, good luck, sir.
Thanks.
All right, that's going to end it for the pre-race. We'll get up the qualifying ticker. We'll put that up over here on our left-hand side, and we'll wait and see. We'll put our cameras out as some of these drivers come out on the field. We're not going to get everybody. I'm just going to kind of randomly pick some guys. First guy we're going to watch is actually going to be Keith Haney. Coming off of pit road, is going to get it wound up, coming down the back stretch and take it down into turns 3 and 4. We'll see if he is going to run kind of a warm-up lap or if this is going to be kind of a hard lap. Every indication there that this is going to be an intentional. It actually kind of looks like he might be warming the tires up. Switch over to Mitchell Reeves. He's running about the same line. Go back to Keith Haney as he goes down the back stretch, goes into 3 and 4. Nobody's really not seeing a lot of drivers yet. There's the first time on the board. Rob Haynes puts up a 35.90. We'll see where Keith Haney comes in. Keith Haney comes in at 36.85, so that was definitely a qualifying attempt. We'll go to Ray Richer, who, oh, he's already put a lap in. How about Judd Danielson? Judd Danielson coming off of pit road now. We'll let him go ahead. See, here's Michael Jeans. Now this will be his first lap attempt here as he rockets down into 3 and 4. Looks slightly more aggressive than what Haney was doing, but we'll see as he gets real close to the wall. There should be a qualifying time posted here momentarily for that 08 as he takes the top spot now. Bob Eldred, we had talked to him. This is his, what I would believe is his first attempt at the qualifying lap. Not sure if you can really get much of a second lap as we have a few more drivers that have qualified. We'll see where the number 38 falls in line. He falls in line in 7th position. We'll go to Ted Wade. Ted Wade about to finish his lap for qualifying. This list is going to get way too big for me to be able to call. Ted Wade on his first lap, 18th fastest. So right now, Michael Jean's still holding on to that top spot. Let's check out Brandon Thornhill. Thornhill has already put down a qualifying time, it looks like. Trying to find... Oh, there we go. Curtis Young just popped up. He's not on the track. Here's Hermie Sadler. I believe he's getting ready to finish his first lap. See where Hermie Sadler falls in line. 11th position. Hermie Sadler falls into the 11th position. We'll see Jack Watts now coming off pit road. Wiggling that truck back and forth, trying to warm those tires up in the Exalta themed Silverado. Gets back to the gas hard. Sounds like these guys are shifting. Wait and see what the time is here for the number 77 of Jack Watts. And Jack Watts will take it across the line and will post the qualifying time for 19th position. About 30 seconds left in qualifying. Jack Watts will have an opportunity here to try to improve on that first lap. And is probably going to run up. The qualifying is going to end just shortly after he crosses the start-finish line. So we'll see if he can improve his time moving from the 19th position. No, he is unable to. That's going to wrap up qualifying. We're going to get set here for our main event. We'll get the qualifying grid up here momentarily. We'll wait for the drivers to start lining up. And then we got 34 names to go through, so. Actually, I kind of like this shot where it's at right now. Well, and of course it changed. Why wouldn't it? We'll just go into blimp mode. Go up towards the front. Our leaders have not gotten out there yet, but here we go because we got a lot of names to get through. All right, starting on the pole position, Michael Jeans in the 08. Running or starting second is going to be Scott Patton. Rolling off in the 3rd position, Mitchell Reeves. Rolling off 4th will be Rob Haynes. 5th, Justin Michael. 6th, Ken Richardson. 7th, Andrew Schulte. 8th, Keith Haney. 9th, Jeffrey Merck. 10th, Bob Eldred. 11th, Josh Lambert. 12th, Hermie Sadler. 13th, Garrett Potts. 14th, Brandon Thornhill. 15th, Ted Wade. 16th, Vernon Margheim. 17th, John Pansula. 18th, Judd Danielson. 19th, Jack Watts. 20th, Robert McFarland. 21st, Ray Richer. 22nd, Trent Drum. 23rd, Jason Lance. 24th, Wally Tierheimer. 25th, I believe it's Matthew Culley. And 26th, Curtis Young. 27th, Michael Adamson. And 28th, Jeff Gilmore. 29th, Wesley Whitfield. And 30th, Brian Abbott. 31st, Kerry Cleaver. 32nd, Jeremy Crandall. 33rd will be James Haney. 34th will be Chris Voiles. And that is going to be your starting grid for the evening. I would love to go ahead and drag Michael Jeans up here, but we're short track racing and it's going to be a little bit difficult to get the camera or to get him up here and back down there with just one or two the 2 laps that they do to get ready to go green here. Can't talk. Actually, and we are green. I thought it was going to be 2 laps warm up coming to, but we are green. Michael Jeans up in that number 1 position on the inside. Scott Patton falls down in behind Mitchell Reeves in the 3rd position. Rob Haynes to his outside as we have some stuff going on towards the back here. No caution, but somebody was slow there. Big checkup. Here comes Rob Haynes, and there unfortunately is a caution. Go to Mr. Kerry Cleaver and see if we can find out what happened to Mr. Cleaver. All right, so there was definitely some stuff going on. Let's see if we can move the cameras. Looks like the 52 maybe. Well, look, we're going to jump up to Judd Danielson. We're going to change this to TV3. The 32 of Ted Wade is already sideways. We're going to back it up just a little bit. All right, 32 on the inside here. Oh, that was strange. .32 going through the corner there. Oh, it just steps out and he goes to correct it. That's what it was. Creates a huge slowdown of all the cars behind him, and then it kind of just ensues from there. Looked like Vern and Margheim tried to come up the track and got into another car. That's what caused your caution, the first caution that came out. Sorry that took a while to get through everything, but that was very strange. All right, I don't see our leader pitting at this point, so we're going to go ahead and drag him on up here, and we'll get a chance to talk to Michael Jeans, give him a moment, see if he can talk to us.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Michael Jeans, congratulations on the pole. I was going to pull you up. I thought you guys actually had 2 warm-up laps. I'm glad I did not pull you up, but wanted to say congratulations on taking that pole position tonight. Truck looks really, really good. The Elliott Sadler Esports machine with the butt kicker on the side. Black and orange looks awesome. Like I said, congratulations on the pole. How do you feel about the race tonight?
Not great. Just not my best track. I don't do too well at these flat tracks. I can do, 1 lap deal, but we'll see. There's some tough competition right here around me. So
Alrighty.
We'll see how the long run's gonna work out. But I got decent short speed.
Alrighty. Well, it looks like you guys are double file. I'm gonna let you go so you can get back to racing here. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, and that was your current leader, Michael Jeans, in that 08. As we get ready to go green, pace car ducks on off. We're just waiting on Jeans. He takes off, puts the loud pedal down, and off we go. Gets a good jump on that inside line. So does the 199 of Rob Haynes. He's going to get a good jump down to the bottom underneath Scott Patton. A real battle here for second position. Patton able to come out on top of that battle as he fights around the outside. Falls into line here behind Michael Jeans. Scott Patton saying this was his home track, so we're going to keep kind of going back through the field. Hopefully we won't miss too much action. I'm going to bring the cameras out just a little bit more. Oh, as we got one car sideways, another car sideways. We'll see if they stay. All right, that brings out the next caution. We're going to go back up the replay here. I think this was the second incident because, yes, it was. But we'll watch this one happen here. Looks like the 68 and the 38 going down into the corner. Oh, a little bit of contact possibly there. Whoa, did you guys see the 86 of Jason Lance? I think that one was, yep, the kick is up and it's good, folks. Here we go. Jason Lance just got punted. I know it's not very funny, but that's going to unfortunately probably end his night. Sometimes the simulator is not really, doesn't act like a simulator. Now that was Jason Lance. I'm trying to figure out who the other truck was that got spun. Go ahead and back the tape back up. Couple laps here. This was the lap prior. Trying to see which truck it was that may have gotten the first car that got kind of out of control here. We'll pause that. We're going to go backwards. So we get to the right truck here. I don't think the right number is on the truck because I don't see a matching. Is it the 28? Go ahead and rewind this a little bit. Watch the 01 and the 29 here. Just a little bit of contact there, and then it was kind of a chain reaction. That's what happened, folks. Sorry. These cautions are very difficult to get a hold of here. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, we are getting ready to go back green. The pace car lights are out. We're just waiting to see here. Michael Jeans once again leading to the green flag here. We're going to go in a wide pan camera angle here. Gene's on his way. 46 gets a decent start. Probably not as good as he would have liked. He's going to have to probably fight that 199 down on the inside again. But he does clear him. 46 has Scott Patton now closing in on your leader, as we have yet another bit of contact. We'll take a look at the number 16 car of Ken Richardson coming through the corner. Oh, just a slight bit of contact that may have been there. But we do stay green because that incident was not in the racing line. Michael Gene still your leader after 13 laps here at New Hampshire Speedway. Scott Patton trying to close in on your race leader. Rob Haynes running right there in third. Mitchell Reeves in fourth. Justin Michael up to the fifth position. Jeffrey Merck in sixth. Bob Eldred now seventh. Heath Haney running eighth. Judd Danielson solidly in the ninth position. Curtis Young in 10th. There's Jack Watson 11th. Jeff Gilmore is in the 12th position. John Pansula running that 29 car in the 13th position. Ted Wade right behind him. Garrett Potts behind him. He was in the wall earlier. Brian Abbott in 16th. Josh Lambert 17th. Chris Voiles in 18th. Michael Adamson running in the 19th position. And you have Brandon Thornhill currently running 20th. 21st will be Hermie Sadler. Wally Tierheimer back in 22nd. Jeremy Crandall fighting with Wally Tierheimer for the 22nd position. He is currently 23rd. Andrew Schulte 24th. Coley in 25th. Brent Drum 26th. 27th is Robert McFarland. Ken Richardson back in 28th position. Got passed actually by Ray Richer. Nope, sorry, Ray Richer is one lap down in the 29th position. Final truck out there. We have 4 trucks that had started the race that are now off the racetrack. As we go back to the front, we got a challenge for the lead here. Scott Patton gonna take it to the outside, gonna try to make the pass on the outside. He goes down into one, gets a little bit of breathing room over the 08 truck. 08 starts to close in, tries to keep him from being able to turn down coming off turn 2, but it doesn't work. Scott Patton takes the lead here on lap 18 of 104 laps. Gene Strong to the inside of Scott Patton, going to try to run the inside line here. He's going to push up ever so slightly, has to get out of the gas a little bit. I think so did Scott Patton. They draw just about dead even as they cross the start finish line. Here comes Scott Patton once again to the outside. Gene's down to the inside. Much better run through the center of the corner this time, but Patton back to the gas. Able to drive around the outside. These two are not giving up. They continue to battle each other as they go through 3 and 4. Now Scott Patton with a slight advantage, but Gene's comes back to the bumper. Now back in 3rd and 4th position. I just saw Justin Michael closing in on Mitchell Reeves, but I think that he may have gotten a little bit of the wall. Jeffrey Merck now closes in on the back bumper of Justin Michael, and don't look now, but here comes Bob Eldred racing his way up. Now on the back bumper of Jeffrey Merck. Heath Haney, one of those drivers you got to watch out for over the long run. It's in the 8th position. Back to the front. We'll check on our leader, Scott Patton, opening up about a truck and a half length lead over that number 8. Rob Haynes now coming under fire from the 0-2 of Mitchell Reeves in the over-the-top Motorsports Chevrolet Silverado as he gets ready to duck to the inside going into turns 3 and 4. Here we'll see Justin Michael gets a little bit sideways, may have gotten a little bit of help from the back, but keeps it straight. Here comes Mitchell Reeves, pushes up just a little bit of contact there. Everybody wiggling around. Here comes Jeffrey Merck to the inside of Justin Michael. Little check up there from the 199. That'll allow the 60 to get down beside him. They'll drag race off the corner. Bob Eldred also moving to the inside underneath Justin Michael. Wow. If this keeps up, folks, I'm not going to be able to talk after the race. I'm not even getting a chance to take a breath here as we have 2x2 right here for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th position. Jeffrey Merck clears the 199 truck. Here comes Bob Eldred. He's going to make a dive to the inside and push it down the front stretch. Going to see if he can drive in deep next to the 60 truck. He's able to, gets a little bit sideways. The 60 truck trying to battle back to the outside, unable to do it. The 38 with a great move makes his way up into the 4th position, overtaking Jeffrey Merck and Rob Haynes just on the straightaway. Back to the front, we'll take a look at our leader. Oh, as we see, as that happened, Michael Jeans actually just got into the wall. That will put a little more gap between Scott Patton and Michael Jeans and allows Mitchell Reeves to close in a little bit on Michael Jeans. Here comes Bob Eldred now threatening to pull up on the back bumper of the 0-2 truck of Mitchell Reeves. Keith Haney now in 7th position has passed Justin Michael and making a move here on the 199 truck. Told you to watch out for that 887 truck on the long run. Keith Haney really comes to life in the second half of a run. As we look a little bit further back in 9th position, you have Judd Danielson. Oh, and the 199 up against the wall there momentarily. Judd Danielson will have a chance to reel the 199 truck in. On the back bumper of the 85, you have the 900 of Curtis Young. Then just about 2 seconds back, you have the 77, the 57, that being Jack Watts and Jeff Gilmore. Then it's Ted Wade, Garrett Potts, Josh Lambert, and John Pansula, your top 16. Jump back just a little bit further, you got Brian Abbott and Brandon Thornhill, Michael Adamson, Andrew Schulte, Hermie Sadler now running 21st, Coley in 22nd, Jeremy Crandall 23rd, Chris Voiles 24th. Let's check back up towards the front and see if there's any changes. Keith Haney now up in the 6th position, going to work or getting ready to go to work on the number 60 of Jeffrey Merck. Just in front of him, Mitchell Reeves. While we were away, Bob Eldred got around the 0-2 of Mitchell Reeves, now up in the 3rd position. Michael Jeans now falling back about 1.5 seconds off of your leader, Scott Patton. He has a gap in front of 1.7 and behind 1.6, so he's got a nice little buffer there. We'll see if that closes or anything changes. Jumping back to the back of our pack, this man right here, Robert McFarland, just getting lapped by Scott Patton. He is the first car to go a lap down under green. Just in front of him is Ken Richardson. Then Wally Tierheimer in the 26th position, Trent Drum and Chris Voiles. Then it's back to Jeremy Crandall and Michael Adamson, as we had talked about before. This group here still racing pretty hard as we have a pass developing here. Andrew Schulte trying to take it to the high side on John Pansula. John Pansula fighting back on the inside, going to give it away to the 11 though. Probably a smart move here in the middle of this race. Hermie Sadler just brushes the wall. You could probably hear that. As we jump back forward up to, oh, here comes the move. Keith Haney now passing Mitchell Reeves for the 4th position. Also, while we were looking at other cars, Jeffrey Merck now falling back. Looks like he's having problems. The truck looks very tight as he pushes up almost to the wall there. He got passed by Justin Michael in the 87 truck just in front of him, but I can see some damage on the right front of Jeffrey Merck's truck as we look at Justin Michael now looking to go to work on the 02. Lap 31 of 104 is in the books. As we jump back to our leader, Scott Patton, with about a half a straightaway lead now. 2.4 seconds over that truck right there, Michael Jeans, who has a 1.5 second advantage, over the 38 of Bob Eldred. Bob Eldred looking very strong. Another truck looking very strong, Keith Haney, started in the 8th position, made his way up to 4th. Hermie Sadler taking it to the pits, it looks like, possibly. Nope, might have just blinked out a little bit there. We got a heck of a battle raging here with a lot of trucks. The middle of the field is really stacking up here. Great racing going on. Hope they can keep it clean and not get into each other, cause a caution here. Love to see green flag racing, some green flag pit stops. The 57 of Jeff Gilmore gets it completely sideways but saves it. What a great job there by Jeff Gilmore. 321 is very close to the 32. Here comes the 68 on the inside of this 32 of Ted Wade. Brandon Thornhill with a good run down the inside, down the backstretch with Ted Wade. Three-way battle here behind them. The 321, the 38, and the 11. Something's got to give here. 68 of Brandon Thornhill drives it down deep into the corner. He's going to try to clear the 32. He does. All the while, Josh Lambert in the 321 racing to the inside of the 32 as well. A little bit of blinking coming from the 321 there. 11 and the 38, they're getting very close to each other. Here comes the 38 on the back bumper of the 32 truck. A drag race between the 321 and the 32, the 11 and the 38 as they are side by side. Brandon Thornhill has cleared them. Here comes the 321 trying to clear the 32. We'll see if he can do it coming off of turn 2. He does. He'll swing it out to the wall. Here comes Josh Lambert moving up into the 13th position. Andrew Schulte diving it in underneath the 321. See if he's going to be able to hold that down. He is able to hold it down. Schulte now making a run to get up in front of the 321. Does so. The 68 is trying to dive under the 77. Kind of slides up just a little bit. Is able to clear the 77. Here comes Andrew Schulte as well. Andrew Schulte may be thinking a 2-for-1 here as he gets ready to dive to the inside of the 68. Great racing going on. We'll check back up front. Our leader out to a 4-second advantage now over Michael Jeans. Bob Eldred 1.1 seconds back. Keith Haney just behind Bob Eldred. Oh, as Michael Jeans locks it up. No caution. I'm not going to rewind it here. Michael Jeans either partially spun it, locked it up, but managed to keep it going and not bring out a caution. Very good job by the 08 Justin Michael, able to get by Jeans now. Here comes Keith Haney on that back bumper of Bob Eldred, making his way up to third now because of the Michael Jeans incident there. Haney looking for second place. We got to go back to this pack here. Holy cows, look at this, folks. The 32, the 38, the 77, the 93, the 913, the 82, the 57, and the 73, all in this pack. Here comes Garrett Potts sending it full send, as Brandon Murray says out there on the broadcast. Full send, does a little slide job on the 32, gets past the 32 and starts to pull away. Here comes Jack Watts, Hermie Sadler, 3 wide going into the corner. Jack Watts backs off. The 93 gets up into the 913. 913 able to save it. Great job by Coley. Here comes Brian Abbott on the inside of the 913 now. 57 just behind them, getting ready to send it in. 73 getting up into the wall. 57 driving underneath the 57. Can't get back to the throttle. Going to be a drag race down the backstretch as we move back forward just a little more. Here comes Brandon Thornhill running in the 10th position. Then Josh Lambert in 11th. Garrett Potts in 12th. All single file. But Ted Wade is fighting with these guys back here where this pack was. Ted Wade now under fire from Hermie Sadler. Sadler going to send it in hard. Going to make it stick along with the 913. 913 thinks about trying to drive under Hermie Sadler there in that number 93 truck, but does not. Probably a good choice there as he gets ready to dive under him here, though, going into turns 3 and 4. Going to be a drag race off. Oh, don't push up, don't push up. They get a little bit of contact, but we stay green. That's going to slow down Sadler there in the 93 truck. Going to allow Brian Abbott to get a good run going down into one. Does get past the 32, but not able to get to the inside of the 93. Holy cows, this is a lot of action going on out here. Great racing, green flag. Here comes the 887 now, up to the 2nd position. Justin Michael now in the 3rd position. Bob Eldred back to 4th position. The 60 truck is 1 lap down in the 26th position. Not sure what happened with Jeffrey Mert, but I'm going to assume he must have went for a ride. Scott Patton just killing it right now. He is out in front by 7.9 seconds. Home track is what he said. He's proven it. Justin Michael in 2nd position. Bob Eldred, think he must have made a mistake. Here, let's see. We're missing a driver. The 887. Where did the 887 go? Trying to find him on my list here. Keith Haney falling now. He's on pit road. That's why we can't find him. So Keith Haney making the pit stop early. Gonna try to get in and come back out and see if those fresh tires will help him as the 900 passes. He is 1 lap down. Got to be on new tires. So maybe Jeffrey Merck was on new tires. Maybe he went in and pitted and got new tires. Not sure. But the 900 just came out of the pits. Here comes Keith Haney as well as he passes the 900 truck. We'll see when the leaders decide they're going to pit. Scott Patton setting a blistering pace out there. Mitchell Reeves now takes over the 3rd position, as I believe Bob Eldred, we can get focused on him. Yep, he headed down pit road. So Mitchell Reeves, Rob Haynes, they both move up into the 3rd and 4th position. Michael Jeans now in the 5th position after that early incident with, I think he got sideways, probably slowed the car up. That moves everybody up with the pit stops happening. Schulte up to 6th place. Brandon Thornhill now up to 7th. Josh Lambert 8th. Judd Danielson 9th. Coley in 10th. Garrett Potts in 11th. Hermie Sadler in 12th. Brian Abbott in 13th. Jeff Gilmore in 14th. And Michael Adamson rounding out your top 15. Trucks that we know pitted for sure. Keith Haney, Curtis Young, Bob Eldred. We know that they have all pitted, so we'll wait and see where they cycle through. If there is no caution and we continue on this, we'll see green flag pit stops happen throughout. I'm going to knock on wood because that's what I want to see. I want to see this thing go green and we get a full cycle and see where the strategies play out. Leader coming up on some lap traffic now of the 28 of Chris Voiles. He's going to move to his inside and make that pass. I think Jeffrey Merck might be the first truck on fresh tires. I think he may have gone down. He seems to be catching the leader, going to try to unlap himself. We'll see how that works out for him. Meanwhile, in third place, Mitchell Reeves. Fourth place, still Rob Haynes. Andrew Schulte now up to fifth position. I do believe that would mean that the 08 truck of Michael Jeans has pitted, and he has, as we see him now in the 27th position. So a lot of strategy going on out here. Still some battles. The 82 of Brian Abbott, Jeff Gilmore in the 57, and Michael Adamson still all within a blanket. Just in front of them, you got Garrett Potts with Judd Danielson and Hermie Sadler. There's a battle for position on the racetrack between those three trucks. Taking a look around at the relatives that I see. And Keith Haney, he has pitted. He is closing in on the leader, trying to get his lap back. Here comes Jack Watts out of pit road. That puts Jack Watts actually 2 laps down now. Keith Haney threads the needle there. Ooh, oh no, and there's a caution flag. This is going to hurt some, and it's going to help some. I think Keith Haney may have gotten past the leader. Not sure. So currently there are 15 trucks rather on the lead lap. 53 of 104 laps complete. I think Keith Haney will probably take the wave around. Jeffrey Merck. Actually, no, Keith Haney may be the lucky dog. Sorry. Jeffrey Merck had gotten himself back on the lead lap, but unfortunately, all those trucks that pitted, they are going to be 1 lap down. They'll have to take the wave around. I'm trying to see if there's somebody that I could tell that spun, but I am not able to see anybody that dropped a bunch of positions. Going to be very difficult to find anybody who spun here, so I'm not even going to attempt it. We see Scott Patton coming in for his pit. We're going to take a quick caution break. I'm going to get a drink, and we'll be right back. All right, and we are back live here, back from our short caution break there. Being shown that the number 60 truck of Jeffrey Merck is actually currently your leader. And I imagine all of these other trucks that are in front of Jeffrey that have not pitted are going to take the wave around. All the guys that went in and got some tires. We will see. It looks like it'll be Curtis Young, Bob Eldred, Michael Jeans, Josh Lambert, Garrett Potts taking the wave around. So Jeffrey Merck right there in the 60 is your leader. All right, getting ready to go back green here. Pace car ducks off. Jeffrey Merck's going to be in control of the race here. He is on older tire. He fires off. Gets out in front of Scott Patton. We'll see how that works out. I believe that Scott Patton will get a good run here and probably be on the heels of the 60 very quickly, as he is. Seeing Jeffrey Merck trying to hold off that number 46 who's been so dominant tonight. Not a chance, says Scott Patton on the newer tires, dives underneath the 60, gets to his inside. It's a drag race down the front stretch. I think you'll see the new tires come into play here as they get ready to go. Through turns 1 and 2. Jeffrey Merck trying to hold on, gets a little bit sideways, almost gets into the 0-2, which is actually his teammate. Mitchell Reeves able to save it. The whole freight train of cars are going to come screaming by, but Jeffrey Merck really had no choice. He's probably trying to save a set of tires just in case there's a caution late. So he's just trying to minimize the amount of damage that is being done as we kind of go back up towards the front. We're going to pan this out again so we can see more of the track and more of the cars. Kind of focus mid-pack here and see, look at Judd Danielson in the 10th position here. See him go through the corner. A lot of racing out here. So much to call, I don't even know what to even start with as we look at Brandon Thornhill now racing Jeffrey Merck. Easily gets by him, Ken Richardson as well. Here comes Judd Danielson moving to the inside of Jeffrey Merck. Going to try to pass the 60 truck on what I do believe is older tires. Now, looking at the front of the pack, we got Scott Patton and Justin Michael on even tires and started right close to each other. So we'll see if Justin Michael has anything for that 46 truck. That 46 truck was so strong earlier. Got out to a very big advantage. Gonna have to keep looking around and see how some of these guys are faring after having to take the wave around. Bob Eldred was one of those trucks that took a wave around, as well as the 321, the 938, or on your screen, the 38. Ted Wade is the first car one lap down. Jumping back to 14th position, Keith Haney, he was one of the trucks that got, well, he actually got the lucky dog. He's currently in the 14th position. Hoping for some green flag racing to the end here. I'm sure a few of these guys would like a caution so they could go get some tires and be on the same tires as the leaders, but looking forward to a green flag run from here to the end. Hopefully I'm sure they got enough fuel. How about Brandon Thornhill up into the 7th position? Bring up the driver bar. We'll see where he started. Started 14th, so he's moved up 7 positions. About Coley starting 25th up into the 6th position. Andrew Schulte started in the 7th position, has moved up to 5th position. Running in the 4th position is Rob Haynes. That's where he started, and that's where he's running. Mitchell Reeves Started third, running third. Justin Michael started fifth, running in the second position. And Scott Patton, your leader, started in the second position but is leading the race. I would believe that we probably just crossed the point where Scott Patton has probably led the most laps and has more than likely taken that ability for anybody to lead more laps than he has away at this point. I think so. I think he passed Michael Jeans early enough that, but I could be wrong. But bonus point for that. So Scott Patton probably just picked himself up a bonus point for leading the most laps, as he's still out there leading more laps. How about Ken Richardson back in the 8th position, running behind Brandon Thornhill? Judd Danielson still running in the 9th position. Jamie Crandall 10th. Michael Adamson running in the 11th position. Brian Abbott running 12th. Keith Haney making his way up just a little bit here, up to the 13th position on a little bit older tires. Hermie Sadler running in the 14th position. Josh Lambert 15th. Bob Eldred in 16th. Garrett Potts running in the 17th position. Jeffrey Merck decides he's going to go down and get his final set of tires and take his chance here. So he goes down and pits. That will put him one lap down now. That means that 17 cars on the lead lap right there. 32, Ted Wade, one lap down. The first car, one lap down. See where the relationship for Jeffrey Merck is. He is crossing the start-finish line. Scott Patton's on the backstretch. So Jeffrey Merck about a lap and a half down right now. Scott Patton starting to open up just a little bit of a lead over the second place truck of Justin Michael. About 3/4 of a second. Then about 2.5 seconds back, we've got Mitchell Reeves running third. Rob Haynes about 3.7 seconds back. But check out Andrew Schulte driving on up there, challenging that number 199 truck for a top 4 spot as Andrew Schulte dives to the inside of Rob Haynes. Entering turn 3, going to clear him, exiting turn 4. I believe it's Matthew Coley. I'm not sure. I don't know why it just says Coley, but regardless, the 913 with a pretty strong run here. Gonna try to dive under the 199 here. We'll see if he can make it stick. He has to lift coming off the corner to make it stick, and Brandon Thornhill now under attack from Ken Richardson in that 16 truck. Brandon Thornhill looks like he's trying to be very smooth. 16 looks like he's trying to close it. The 85 truck still running in the 9th position. He has just a little bit of a gap over the 73 there. We don't have the big pack that we had earlier. I'm kind of surprised that we don't have a bigger pack, as Brian Abbott now up into the 12th position. There's the lap down car of Jeffrey Merck trying to get some track position and get back to the front, get his lap back. I think that may also be a strategy deal for Jeffrey Merck, hoping that maybe if a caution comes out, he would get he'd be the lucky dog and get a wave around if the caution were to come out right now. That would be true. Keith Haney still in 13th position, not able to, and there is a caution on the speedway. Jump around the speedway here, try to find out what happened. I don't see anything on the track. I don't know what that caution was for, folks. Oh, there it was. Michael Jeans. Take a look at Chris Foyles. Chris Foyles going down into turn 1. Michael Jeans dives down low. Oh, and just, wow, the truck just whips sideways there. So that was what brought the caution out. Michael Jeans bringing the caution out on lap 72. Now, everything's going to change around here. Not sure what's going to go on as we look at what was our leaders. They all pitted. Oh, wow. Mitchell Reeves had been shown as the leader there momentarily, but I think he may have got himself a penalty. Probably a speeding penalty on pit road. So he'll have to fall to the back of the pack. That will definitely make life more difficult for him. Now, as I had said, I thought Jeffrey Merck would be the lucky dog, and I do believe that was the case. I believe he got back on the lead lap. He's currently being shown in 14th position. Now, another whole slew of cars are trying to get back on the lead lap. If you look, Scott Patton is now being shown as the leader. John Pansula, Jack Watts. I'm sorry, not John Pansula. Jack Watts, Wally Tierheimer, Chris Foyles, Trent Drum, Ted Wade. They're all trying to stay out and get the wave around, get back on the lead lap in case there is another caution. They'll probably go in and get their last set of tires and try to get the best finish that they can. So that's going to change the dynamic of the race a little bit. That'll put 23 trucks back on the lead lap. Excuse me for just a moment, folks. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back live here at New Hampshire Speedway. Just 2 cautions tonight, I believe. Scott Patton getting ready to go here. Pace car ducks off. Patton goes, fires off, gets a good start. Justin Michael did not anticipate that as well as he would have liked to. Andrew Schulte getting into the back of the 87. Here comes the 432 down on the inside. Schulte pushing hard on the outside. 913 turns sideways. That will bring out another caution. That will work out very well for the guys that just took a wave around. They'll be able to go down and get tires. We'll watch and see what happens here as the 913 goes down into the corner. Ooh, has to check up for the 432. 199 got in the back of him. Brandon Thornhill, a couple others getting some minor damage. I don't think anything was major. This is kind of a short track, so I don't think any of the damage is going to be that massive, but definitely going to hurt Coley because he will drop all the way to the back of the field now. I think that was just hard racing here with just, I know we still have about 25 laps to go or so, but that's just hard racing. Not a lot of time to pass, newer tires, that kind of thing. Shame for the 913. He was up there in front running very well. All right, well, let's see if we can sneak in a chat with one of our drivers. I'd like to pull up the 87 truck. We'll make sure that he's not pitting. As he goes by here, he does not look to be pitting, so we'll go ahead and drag up the number 87 truck. 511 tactical truck driven by Justin Michael. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Well, been a really entertaining race from the booth. It's been action-packed. I have not stopped talking since the green flag stopped, with the exception of these couple cautions that we've had. Very unfortunate cautions. I didn't see any malice out there. Just some really hard driving, especially on that last one. But wanted to talk to you real quick about chasing down that guy in front of you. He's been fast all night long. What are your chances here? Talk to us. You got any shot at this guy?
I mean, no. I keep up with him for about 5 laps or so, and then he just walks up. He just gets up and walks away from me. He's real good here. I mean, I'm running second. That right there is a win for me. I don't like this place. I'm always very proactive about the changes they need to make with this place. Involve bulldozers, dynamite, and turn it into a lake for fishing. And I hate fishing, but I don't like this place. And I think top 5, and I'll be happy.
Well, the whole team right now seems, well, maybe not the whole team, but a good chunk of your team is running very strong. Scott running first, you're running second. Andrew Schulte coming on very strong here at the end, is running third. Got any fear about that guy making a pass on you?
Yeah, I mean, he's really good no matter where you race at, and definitely he's going to be a contender. So hopefully, as long as we can stay 1, 2, 3, I'll be happy. I just like I said, I want a top 5. I'll take that as a win at this track.
We'll copy that. It's been entertaining to watch you guys tonight. Thank you for putting on a good show. Good luck, and maybe we'll talk to you here at the end.
Thanks, Ronald.
All right, that was the number 87 of Justin Michael driving that 511 tactical Toyota Tundra. I'd imagine that we will probably get the 1 to go signal here. And we did get the 1 to go. Sorry, I was doing something else in the background there, getting myself a drink. My throat is kind of getting a little bit raspy. All right, we currently have 24 trucks on the lead lap now. We still have 27 trucks out there on the field, so we have not lost a great deal of trucks to damage and crashes and wrecks and whatnot. So should be a great last bit of race. Sorry, we're back live. I did not have us on the live. Scott Patton gets away. Here comes Justin Michael into the second position. Brandon Thornhill fighting back there a little bit further back as we watch. Let's take a look at Ken Richardson driving it underneath the 432. Here comes Brian Abbott underneath the 432 as well. Brandon Thornhill right there with Keith Haney. Brandon with quite a bit of damage, but still pretty quick here. The 38, 93. Oh, that camera angle was a little bit deceiving. I thought they were a little closer than they are. See what Brandon Thornhill can do here towards the end of this race. Just 20 laps to go here. Bob Eldred all the way down on the yellow line. Now take it to the outside of Brandon Thornhill. Going to see if he can make it work on the outside. As the 432 slides up, we could be 3 wide. Then wisely, Bob Eldred backs out of it, goes back underneath the 432. Here comes Hermie Sadler now on the inside. Hermie moving up into the 10th position. That's the 10th position for Hermie Sadler in that 93 truck. These guys are battling it out. Here comes Mitchell Reeves fighting his way back from that penalty, trying to find his way back up into the top 10 with just 20 laps to go. Jeffrey Merck Another one of the guys that has had kind of a rough night trying to work his way up. Going back towards the front, here we go. Justin Michael, Scott Patton, Andrew Schulte, Ken Richardson. Those are your top four with just a little bit of distance between each one. Then you have Bryant Abbott running in the top 5. How about that? Judd Danielson running in 6th, coming under fire from Keith Haney right now. Haney wants the position, gets to his inside. May have been some very slight contact there. Haney trying to get around the 85 of Judd Danielson, but not able to do it. Actually loses a bit of time to Brandon Thornhill and Bob Eldred. Sorry if that's coming through, folks. My voice is starting to break up a little bit. A lot of battles here. First, second, third, fourth, all about the same. Then it's back to Brian Abbott trying to make a pass on Judd Danielson trying to make a pass on Brian Abbott. Meanwhile, Keith Haney in line trying to take that 6th place away from Judd Danielson. And I believe the 38 is going to make a move to the inside here, going down into turn 1. Haney did the same thing to the 85. We'll see if the 38 can make it stick. Brandon Thornhill taking a different approach, gets off the corner very well as it's a drag race now down the backstretch. The 38 will dive it in hard. I was going to say he will not clear him, but he did eventually clear the 68. The 38 on a mission to get back towards the front here. Keith Haney doing the same with just 16 laps to go. These guys are going to run out of time. They might be able to get themselves up into Keith Haney may be able to get himself up into a top 5 position if he can get past his teammate there, Brian Abbott, and take away that 5th position. Excuse me. Brian Abbott running a very good line, not losing a lot of time to Keith Haney. Bob Eldred not really able to make up a lot of time on Judd Danielson with just 14 laps to go. Take a look at Hermie Sadler in the 10th position. We talked about Mitchell Reeves trying to make his way up there. He's got newer tires. He's going to be driving extremely hard here, trying to get as many positions as he can as he drives to the outside of the 321 of Josh Lambert. Not going to be able to go in very hard. Comes off the corner here. There's a slight push up, a little bit of contact there. I think Reeves was trying to hold the 321 down. Didn't work out as well as maybe he thought it would. The O2's still fighting on the outside, getting a good run off the top side, backing off early, but cannot get clear. He's now boxed in behind the 93 truck of Hermie Sadler with no place to go. And the 73 is making his way up on the outside of Mitchell Reeves here. The 321 back to the gas, going to get real close. Couple cars get into the wall. One of them was the 38 of Garrett Potts. Mitchell Reeves may have scraped the wall as well. Keith Haney now does make the move on his teammate. Brian Abbott gets by him. Here comes Bob Eldred in the 38 truck as well. He is side by side with Brian Abbott as they go down into turn number 3. He is going to clear him. He's going to set his sights on that 887. These were two of the faster long run trucks earlier in the race, but time is not on their side. They are too far back, in my opinion. They're 4.4 seconds back from the leaders. So the race will be decided. Here we go. Justin Michael and Andrew Schulte having a battle. Andrew Schulte to the inside, clears Justin Michael, pulls up in front of him on the backstretch, going to put it down in turn 3, take that second place position away from Justin Michael and try to drive away from him. See if Ken Richardson can be the spoiler here and break up the top 3. The top 3 all in one team. That would be Bandit Motorsports. Ken Richardson is about 3/4 of a second back. Meanwhile, Keith Haney and Bob Eldred still running pretty close to each other. Brian Abbott in 7th, Brandon Thornhill in 8th. Josh Lambert got around Mitchell Reeves. Mitchell Reeves got around Judd Danielson for the 10th position. Danielson holding on to 11th for the for the time being, trying to hold off Ted Wade. Hermie Sadler, Rob Haynes, so quick earlier, looks to have some front end damage that's probably not helping out much. Jack Watts currently running 15th. There's Jeffrey Mert trying to get as many positions as he can. What about Garrett Potts running the 938 truck in 17th position? Just 10 laps to go now. Take a look back up towards the front. There is the second place car of Andrew Schulte, and you look just forward to him is Scott Patton. It's 1.2 seconds. If it closes, I will let you know. We're going to take a look at Keith Haney and Bob Eldred. This is probably one of the closest battles on track right now. These guys kind of got away from each other earlier, and now towards the end of the race, things are really tightening up. Here comes Brandon Thornhill attempting to pass the number 82 truck of Brian Abbott. Mitchell Reeves gets back by the 321 of Josh Lambert. Ted Wade now sets his sights on that 321 truck as Judd Danielson drops back to the 12th position. Hermie Sadler trying to get up there and make a challenge for that 12th position against Judd Danielson. Here he goes, drops to the inside. I don't think he's got a good enough run to actually to make the pass, but he does show the nose. He goes down there. The gap is shrinking up front. 0.75 seconds. 3/4 of a second. He knocked it down from 1.1 to 3/4 of a second. Gap opens up slightly. I think Andrew's driving into the corners very hard. Getting to Scott Patton is one thing. Getting around him would be another, especially if he's driving that hard to get to him. But nonetheless, Andrew Schulte has closed the gap ever so slightly. Actually, now it is going the other way. He was closing in. He may have driven hard enough that he has burned up that right front as you see him push up in the middle of the track. I'm not sure if that's because of the style of driving, if he's intentionally diamonding the corner like that or not. It is back to 0.9 seconds. Momentarily drives it in deep, gets it down to about 3/4 of a second. We'll see if he can maintain that. No, it's the braking that's making up the time. He's braking hard into the corner, making up time, but he's giving the time back down the straightaway. Scott Patton just smooth, managing to maintain those tires. Schulte trying something a little bit different. The gap now stays about the same at about 0.71, a little bit more here. We'll see if he can maintain it throughout the corner. Gap opens back up. 5 laps to go. Gonna be 4 laps to go. Just 4 laps to go. We'll check back in the field and see if anybody else is making any changes. Bob Eldred still on the heels of Keith Haney. Now you've got Mitchell Reeves up into the 7th position. Brandon Thornhill made it up to the 8th position. He says, give me more. He was going to go after Mitchell Reeves. Josh Lambert in 9th. Brian Abbott 10th. Fighting with Ted Wade for the 11th position. Hermie Sadler back in 12th. Rob Haynes 13th. Judd Danielson falling back to 14th. Still 3/4 of a lap at the front of the field. Garrett Potts running in the 17th position, under fire now from Jeremy Crandall. Jeffrey Merck with that tire strategy stop put himself in the position that he's in. He's now in 19th position. Off the turn 2, coming to 2 laps to go. Here comes Scott Patton. Down into turn 1, he's got about a 3/4 of a second lead over Andrew Schulte. Gus and Michael now 3.4 seconds back. Ken Richardson 4.8 seconds back. Keith Haney and Bob Eldred are going to run out of time, but they can battle themselves or each other on this final lap as we watch your leader come around turn 4. White flag in the air. He'll see the white flag. 1 lap to go. We'll kind of rock around the clock here and see what we can find as we have a caution. Wow. Caution flies. We're going to have a green-white checkered. See if we can see what happened here. All right. We are on the right trucks. Coming off the corner here. Oh, a little bit of contact there. All right, folks, we're going to go back live. I showed you what brought that caution out. This will be a green-white checkered attempt number 1. I'm going to go to caution real quick. I'm going to try to get something to drink and get my voice back here. We'll be back momentarily. All right, we're coming back live. Looks like John Pansula gets the wave around. We're just going to have 2 laps to go when we go back green flag race. We're going to try to get in a couple interviews real quick. The first one we're going to talk to is the number 887 of Keith Haney. Got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, sir. Well, I'm going to assume that caution helped you. You looked like you were faster, but you were too far back. You got a shot here to make up maybe a position or two. Is this something that you wanted, or would you have been satisfied not to see the caution and just finish where you were?
No, I was definitely wanting one. I literally 30 seconds before the caution came out, I said, man, I need a caution. And hopefully I spoke it into existence. I don't know who's racing for a championship here. Like, do you know?
Pretty much everybody around you, except for the 38. The 38 is not running for a championship. He'll be on your outside. He is not running for a championship.
10-4. I'm going to be courteous to these guys for sure.
Alrighty, well, we wanted to see what you thought. We were watching you. We saw you come on very strong in the second half for that first long run. Knew that you were going to come on strong in the second half of this run, but was afraid that you were going to run out of time. You're going to have a slight chance to get a little more here. Best of luck to you. We'll let you go, get back down there, and get ready to go back to the racing.
Thanks, buddy. Hope to talk to you soon.
All right, and that was the 887 of Keith Haney racing for Third Rock Racing. And we line up side by side. See, the pace car lights are out, yes. So, green, white, checkered attempt, number 1. All right, let's talk about the field real quick. Scott Patton's been up front, been the man to beat all night long. He's going to be starting the race off. Andrew Schulte was closing in the final laps, but I fear that he may have used up his tires. The question is, will he have anything left? I think it's going to depend on the restart. Hopefully we'll get through a restart, get to the white flag, and finish this race. I really don't want to see a bunch of green, white checkers and tearing up a bunch of trucks, but it is short track racing and we could see that. So I hate to do this, but I'm going to pan a little bit out on the camera so we can see more of the trucks out there. We're going to be focusing on the front of the field, obviously, as we watch Scott Patton get ready to take off. He fires off. He gets a great restart. Andrew Schulte does not get the best of restarts. His teammate Justin Michael to his inside. They're going to draw just about even. Schulte dives it down into the corner. He's going to run the outside. Justin Michael able to get back to the throttle. Here comes the 887 on the inside of the 16. I'm going to change the camera angle here now. Coming to 1 to go. Here comes Keith Haney moving up into the 4th position. Here comes Justin Michael and Bob Eldred, both making it past Ken Richardson, but I don't think there's... White flag is in the air. Final lap. No matter what happens, this is the race. They will race back to the start-finish line, and that will be the end. I think the battle here could be for 3rd position as Keith Haney drives down to the inside of the 87. He's going to have to stuff it in there deep, and he's going to drive it off hard. He's going to be able to get side by side with the 87. Don't think he's going to be able to get there. He does get a good run off, but I don't think he's going to get there. not able to get there. Scott Patton, your winner. Andrew Schulte comes across second. Justin Michael third. Keith Haney fourth. Bob Eldred comes across and finishes in fifth. Ken Richardson ends up sixth. Mitchell Reeves seventh. Brandon Thornhill eighth. Josh Lambert ninth. And Ted Wade rounds out your top 10. We're going to get those guys up here ready to talk to us about their night. Give me just a couple minutes. We have a very large room tonight. Oh, that was awesome. Somebody put themselves up in the room for me. All right. Our top 3 drivers are lining it up for me. We're going to go ahead and get ready to interview these drivers. Give me just 1 second. All right, folks, sorry about that. I had to try to get myself a drink real quick. We're going to bring up the third place finisher tonight. Driving that number 87 Toyota Tundra 511 tactical truck. It is none other than Justin Michael, the man that we talked to. Boy, you were under fire there, right there at the end. Justin, talk to us.
Yeah, got a little hairy there. I thought Keith was going to be able to get by me, but we were able to hold him off and get third, secure the 1, 2, 3, and good run. We didn't win, but hey, I didn't expect it at this track. So we got a top 5. That's good for us here. We'll go in the next week.
Well, it was a heck of a race. My throat is killing me. I talked the pretty much the entire time, except for cautions. There was so much battling going on throughout the field. I know I didn't get to cover every key moment, but I hope I covered a good majority of them. It was a fantastic race to watch. I know we had a couple of cautions. I don't know the official caution count, if it was 3 or not, if it was more than 3, but still very impressive. I know we kind of started out a little bad with that first caution so soon, but then we went green, and then a couple more cautions. So a really good night of racing, I thought. Is there anything that you could have done differently to, put yourself up for either a potential win or hold on to that second place?
I don't know. I mean, try to maybe practice more with following Scott and see if I could figure out his line. I was, like I said earlier, I could keep up with him for like 5 laps or so, and then he would just walk away after that. And it's a flat track thing. I'm terrible at flat tracks. Martinsville, Indy, I think is the only flat track that I really get along with, and it is what it is. I've always been like that, but we'll take like I said, we'll take a top 5. It's a win for us here.
That's a great mentality to have, especially when you're points racing. I do believe you are points racing. I think you're currently sitting in second position in points right now. So a good night of points. It doesn't help any when the points leader finishes in front of you, but it's still a good points night for you and secures that spot. So good points night. Great race tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before I move on to our second place driver?
Yeah, just everybody out there watching. Hopefully it was a good show for everybody. You caught a good race, and really good job on the getting the 1, 2, 3 finish there for my guys, and I really like finishing that. Hopefully we can do that every week.
Well,
thanks, guys.
Copy that. Well, have a great evening, and congratulations on the third place finish.
You too. Have a good night.
All right, we're going to move along to the number 11 truck driven by Andrew Schulte. Got Nationwide on the side of the truck, and he's got something on the hood I can't see right now. Maybe he'll tell us what it is.
Yes, sir. Last time you asked, I forgot what paint I had on the truck. So I gave you the wrong answer there. It says September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month or something along the lines of that.
Awesome. I love seeing paint schemes that have those awareness type things on them, whether it's autism, breast cancer awareness, anything of the sort. Big shout out for that. Wow, man, you were coming on like a freight train throughout different times in the race. I kind of thought that Scott was going to just pull away like he did earlier in the race, but to my pleasant surprise, I looked up and you were about a second back with, I don't know, maybe 10, 14 laps to go, something like that. And then all of a sudden you were down to like 7/10 of a second. And you were kind of going back and forth from about 6 to 7/10 to 9/10, and then back to 7. If it stayed green, was there anything left in the truck?
Scott definitely had the truck of the field tonight for sure. I knew that if I don't know if I had anything for him. I knew I closed the gap, but once I had gotten it to that 6/10 buffer, wherever it was that I was the closest, I don't know if I was just trying too hard to close it even more than that or what was going on there, but he had it figured out. I knew that once I got past Justin, I'd have a shot at least closing the gap. I don't know if I was going to get to him, but I'm just happy with second. I wanted to apologize to Ken for getting into him. Man, it was at like lap 20 or something like that. I accidentally got into him off of 2, and we both dropped to the rear of the field after that, and we had to battle our way back up through the rest of the field. But yeah, overall, it was I can't complain about second here.
We'll copy that. Very entertaining race. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Hopefully we'll have a chance to go back and check out the broadcast or watch your own replay. And it was a very entertaining race to watch. So congratulations on a second place finish. Anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Appreciate it. Yeah, I want to shout out to you guys over the Top Designs, Loose Lug Nuts. Love coming here every weekend, having good races. I know we had a couple cautions early on, but we had some long green flag runs there for the amount of people we had in here. So that was it was a pretty solid race. And then along to go with the childhood cancer awareness, I wanted to mention that my wife works with kids with cancer at Children's Hospital of Wisconsin, so that's also why that's on the hood, and then the logo's on the tailgate too. So
awesome. Well, thank you for that. Once again, congratulations on the second place finish, and hope to see you Saturday.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Ron.
Yes, sir. All right, and we're wasting no more time. We're going to bring up our winner for this evening, driving that number 46 truck, Scott Patton, in the Stone River Outfitters and paint scheme. Scott, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Ron. What's up?
Well, you definitely said this was a hometown track, and you said you were hoping to get it done here tonight, and I think, not sure, but I think you managed to do that. So talk to us about your run tonight, and was there any worries there towards the end?
Yeah, just overall, just working on a consistency, lap times. We just kind of have each guy on our different teams and each racer in general kind of has tracks that they like better than others, and this is definitely our favorite. So also happens to be our home track, so just nice and consistent, smooth, working on some shifting technique in there, and just able to pull away to the fields fairly easily, which is good tonight. Nice when the races just kind of run nice and easy like that, except for the end there. I don't know if you saw it, but I could have sworn my front tires were across the granite stripe there when the caution flag came out. So I was a little shocked at that one. A little bit worried because Andrew was definitely closing that gap there with 10 to go or so there. I think he cut my lead down from about a second and a half down to 6 or 7/10. So a little bit worried there that he found something late in the race and that we'd have to battle him on the restart. But pulled out there on the green-white checker and finished it off there. So yeah, nice run all around and great run for Bandit Motorsports 1, 2, 3. I was proud of those guys too.
Yep, we mentioned that earlier, and yeah, we definitely saw the battle between you and Andrew. I covered it a little bit and talked about it. I don't want to spoil it. I'll make you go watch it to hear what I talked about instead of telling you about it. So, but it was a great race from start to finish. From my perspective, I know we had a couple cautions, but I don't think that it was a caution fest. I thought we had some really good runs in there, and the caution there at the end, I could have lived without it, to be completely honest, but it did make make the finish a little bit more dramatic. And some people did gain some positions, some people lost some positions. So I'm sure there's some people that were happy that they got that caution, and there's other people that didn't. So, but heck of a drive. I called it probably about lap 60 something that you probably led the most laps at that point. You probably had locked that bonus point down, but you just, you dominated tonight. Congratulations on a spectacular run tonight. Anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, appreciate it, Ron. Certainly you guys at Extreme Sim TV. Appreciate everything you guys do. Give awesome broadcasts out there. Hope the viewers enjoyed it. And also the Stone River Outfitters, like you said, all your fine time needs, check them out. It's a buddy of mine, real good buddy of mine that owns that store. So StoneRiverOutfitters.com on Facebook as well. And Northeast Motorsports Museum, the special sponsorship that we're going to hopefully feature on Saturday if everything runs right. Should have Mr. Dick Berggren in the booth with us. So looking forward to that one, and looking forward to the whole weekend in general at New Hampshire Motor Speedway here.
All right, Scott. Well, congratulations on a well-deserved first place finish tonight. Very impressive. And I will hopefully see you on Saturday night.
Sounds good. Thanks, Ron. Looking forward to it.
All right, folks. That was Scott Patton, your winner tonight here at New Hampshire Speedway. Very great race. We're going to bring up the unofficial results. And we're going to blast through these real quick because my voice is shot. First, Scott Patton. Second, Andrew Schulte. Third, Justin Michael. Fourth, Keith Haney. Fifth, Bob Eldred. Sixth, Ken Richardson. Seventh, Mitchell Reeves. Eighth, Brandon Thornhill. Ninth, Lambert. 10th, Wade. 11th, Abbott. 12th, Haynes. 13th, Danielson. 14th, Crandall. 15th, Sadler. 16th, Voiles. 17th, Merck. 18th, Richer. 19th, Watts. 20th, Potts. 21st, Drum. 22nd, Pansula. 23rd, Coley. 24th, Tierheimer. 25th, Adamson. 26th, McFarland. 27th, Jeans. 28th, Gilmore. 29th, Young. 30th, Lance. 31st, Markheim. 32nd, Cleaver. 33rd, James Haney. 34th, Whitfield. That is your unofficial finishing results for tonight. It was a great race. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My voice is shot. I'm going to get out of here. You guys can catch some more great racing here on Extreme Sim TV pretty much every night of the week. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. Check it out. You get notifications whenever we put up a broadcast, which, like I said, is pretty much every night. So until the next broadcast, can't wait to do this again. Thank you all for coming out, and good night. I saw Mitchell Reeves.